said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Morrison.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off play action. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the single back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Oh, he's got a chance. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guys are already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU, really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Breaks the tackle. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12.
And defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Parks. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Cantrell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Cantrell. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Tigers are on the move. They go to the ground. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO. And just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Right back to the well. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it on! Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception, he steps out of bounds, and he's swung a little momentum on the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Woods. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. He's got it wrapped up.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You know, when you go go dive personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. You've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The kick is on its way. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Let's go. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Zings it complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
A lot of defenders around on that screen. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Parks. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Woods. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Dances away. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Snapped in the middle. It's Booker. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. LSU right back to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Skips away from pressure. They ripped off 7 on that one, now a third down and 3. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on third down. Got the back over the middle. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. Rolling right and going deep. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Minnesota. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. Finds some fresh air. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team.
Holds it in on the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back on the option to give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down? They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got room to work. There he goes. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The Gamecocks in the hurry up.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Takes a handoff. It's Parks.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Woods. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gonna look downfield again. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll be getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He wants to throw it. Using the quick game. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling it or leg to buy a little space. And the missed connection on third down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Booker. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
LSU quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out to the back. Runs through a tackle. Still running up the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Gamecocks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run play action. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 10. Touchdown, LSU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 18 to Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
South Carolina.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
South Carolina, 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the tailback. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great catch and run for 6. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here we go. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. On the move at the 30. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
The give on the option. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Peace. Firing to the right, complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Let's go. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Peace. That's caught, it's coming. And the defense drags him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. back in another offensive odyssey. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Great place to start for this offense.
Get set, get set.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Peace. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Tight end now in motion. They want to throw it. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Military start.
Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Base 27, John. Ready, go.
To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for it all. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass.
17.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking for a man. It's Peace. Gonna take a shot. Wide open. He makes the catch. He's loose on the right. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing
this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of